We will now discuss the third amoeba module. Entamoeba pollecki is a parasite found in the intestines of pigs and monkeys. At times, it can infect humans. A high prevalence was reported in some parts of Papua New Guinea. In these areas, both pig-to-human and human-to-human transmission may exist. Trophozoites of Entamoeba pollecki are often rounded. The single nucleus is often distorted and irregularly shaped, with a small to minute centrally located karyosome. The peripheral chromatin is usually delicate and uniform. The cytoplasm is often vacuolated with a hyaline border. Blunt pseudopodia may be seen. The trophozoites resemble Entamoeba coli in that the cytoplasm is granular, containing ingested bacteria, and the motility tends to be sluggish. The cyst normally has only a single nucleus, a chromatoidal material like that seen in Entamoeba histolytica. Cysts also contain an inclusion mass of variable size and numerous chromatoid bodies, which are highly variable in shape and size, and frequently an inclusion body, and this mass tends to be round or oval and is not sharply defined on the edges. The material, which is not glycogen, remains on the permanent stain smear and stains less intensely than nuclear material or chromatoidal bars. Differentiation of this organism from either Entamoeba histolytica or Entamoeba coli is rarely accomplished on the basis of a wet preparation examination. There is no evidence of pathogenicity in humans, therefore no therapy is recommended. Entamoeba gingivalis can be recovered from the soft tartar between the teeth. It has also been recovered from the tonsillar crypts and can multiply in bronchial mucus, thus it can appear in sputum. The trophozoite measures approximately 5 to 15 micrometers, and the cytoplasm most often contains ingested leukocytes. Entamoeba gingivalis is the only species that ingests white cells. It has no cyst stage, and trophozoites possess a single nucleus that contains a small centrally located karyosome and fine peripheral chromatin. The cytoplasm often contains ingested leukocytes, bacteria, and other debris. Entamoeba gingivalis is still considered to be non-pathogenic. Organisms identified as Entamoeba gingivalis have been recovered in vaginal and cervical smears from women using intrauterine devices or IUD. Trophozoites are transmitted person to person orally by kissing or fomites, such as eating utensils. Generally, no treatment is indicated, regardless of the body site from which the organisms are recovered. The infection thus suggests a need for better oral hygiene and can be prevented by proper care of teeth and gums. Endolimax neina is one of the smaller non-pathogenic amoebae. The mode of transmission is ingestion of the mature cyst in contaminated food or water. This organism is also found in the same areas of the world as are the other amoeba, that is, in warm, moist climates, and in other areas where there is a low standard of personal hygiene and poor sanitary conditions. Endolimax neina has the same stages in the life cycle as does Entamoeba dispar. Trophozoites are small and exhibit sluggish movement. They have blunt hyaline pseudopodia, and the nucleus has a large irregular karyosome. There is normally no peripheral chromatin on the nuclear membrane, and the karyosome tends to be large with either a central or eccentric location within the nucleus. Food vacuoles found in the cytoplasm may contain bacteria. Cysts measure about the same size as trophozoites and are quadrinucleated when mature. Iodamoeba bushclei, one of the non-pathogenic amoeba, is also worldwide in distribution. This amoeba does not cause symptomatic disease in humans. Colonization is non-invasive. However, the presence of trophozoites or cysts of non-pathogenic amoebae in stool indicates that the person from whom the specimen was collected had fecal exposure. The trophozoite is described as having a fairly active motility in a fresh stool preparation. It is identified by its characteristic large vesicular nucleus with a large central karyosome, surrounded by achromatic granules. There are no peripheral chromatin granules on the nuclear membrane. The cyst is uninucleated and has a large glycogen body, which stains dark brown with iodine. Intestinal colonization with non-pathogenic amoebae occurs after ingestion of mature cysts in fecally contaminated food, water, or fomites. Excistation occurs in the small intestine, and trophozoites are released which migrate to the large intestine. The trophozoites multiply by binary fission and produce cysts, and both stages are passed in the feces. Because of the protection conferred by their cell walls, the cysts can survive days to weeks in the external environment and are responsible for transmission. Trophozoites passed in the stool are rapidly destroyed once outside the body, and if ingested, would not survive exposure to the gastric environment. Diagnosis is done through stool examination, the use of formalin ether ethyl acetate concentration technique or FECT, and the iodine stain are useful for diagnosis. Cysts are recovered from formed stools, while trophozoites are recovered from watery or semi-formed stools. Trophozoites can be best demonstrated by using the direct fecal smear. No treatment is necessary because these amoebae are non-pathogenic. This is the end of part 3.